What time is it? It's time for tarot. Hey crew, welcome to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker. I'm really happy to have you here with me today for another pick a card reading. I thought we would do the classic, your person's thoughts and feelings for you at the moment, because it's good to have regular check-ins and just to see for those of you who have a person on their mind. Maybe you're trying to manifest somebody and you're already communicating with them through your dreams. Maybe you feel them in your heart already and you are kind of picking up on the fact that they may manifest any moment now, or you already know this person, you've been in a relationship with them for a while, you've tried to interact, but it could be a no contact situation. It could be that this person is somewhere long distance. Maybe you guys had an argument recently and you're not talking to one another. So I'm here to give you some clarity, some inspiration, some insight related to what is your person's psychological state at the moment, what is in their heart, what is on their mind. I thought of giving you a choice of 4 different charms today. I don't know why I feel very drawn towards them. So for group 1, I have here a skull. Let's see if I can bring it closer so you guys can see it. Yeah. Okay, so this is for you, group 1. This skull that looks like its teeth are frozen. It's like, ee. Okay, for you, group 2, we have I can't pick it up. Oh, interesting. Already an intuitive message. But this is the classical cross, and I have some lint on my fingers. Great. So we have the cross. For you, group 3, we have the pumpkin. This used to be an earring, but now it's just a pumpkin. And for you, group 4, I think this must be my favorite. It's the little angel girl. And she has a dress with hearts on it. I already pre-shuffled your cards just so that we can dive straight into the messages once you click on your reading. Let me zoom out again so you get to see the full view. All of the tarot and oracle decks that I'm using are linked in the description box below if you're curious. Have a look at all the other links I placed underneath this video. You can become a member of this channel. You can book a personal reading with me. Keep in mind, guys, that I still have the July half-price sale discount. I have been flooded with orders. Thank you so much. I am deeply, deeply gracious and grateful as well for the fact that, you know, you're helping me keep up this good work, keep myself nourished, pay my bills and feed my cats. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I had to take a break from all the personal readings I was swamped under to create this reading for you, because I want to keep consistent and I want to give you as much spiritual support as I can in this period. Also, feel free to, you know, send me, if PayPal is not your thing and you don't want to book a personal reading with me directly through PayPal, you can send me any of the gifts on my tarot and oracle wish list from Amazon, and I will reward you with a reading of your choice. Okay? Good. All that being said, I hope that while I was speaking, you took a moment to look at these 4 options. I think this is everything I have to say. I'm gonna give you a great big hug. Oh, come here. I love you guys so much, and I cannot wait to see at your specific pile what your person is thinking and feeling about you in this period. Hey group 1, welcome to your reading. So this is for those of you that were drawn to this grinning skull. I don't know, I don't find it scary at all. It just makes me laugh. I don't know, but then again, I do have a little bit of a dark sense of humor. I appreciate people with a dark sense of humor, and I feel that we're dealing here with somebody who may have scorpionic placements in their chart, some Capricorn placements, maybe a Mars in Capricorn, maybe a Moon in Scorpio, a North Node in Scorpio, somebody who's drawn to death and all sorts of like death paraphernalia. You could be dealing here with somebody who, again, as I mentioned before, has a dark sense of humor and is attracted to the rather macabre aspects of life. This person likes mysteries, may enjoy murder mysteries, whether novels or watching YouTube videos about famous crimes, or watching shows, you know, TV shows. Yeah. Okay. So that was the intuitive message. Now let's see what the cards have to say, and if the image will just clear up a little bit. Great, that's a big help. So the cards that you have are the following. We have here Saturn, age, reality, and discipline. Exactly what I was saying. Capricorn energy on the table. You're dealing here with somebody who is dark. We have here the forgotten, missed opportunities, fear of failure. Ooh, there's some history between the two of you. This is definitely somebody you know already. We have here power, thunder, electricity. We also have here, yes, this word. I'm not supposed to pronounce it, but I'm sure that you are able to read it. You know, we're just trying to keep it PG-13 for YouTube. I also have here the red rose, courage, be brave, be strong, and believe. And the red rose is again a very classical symbol of love. I can see the Prince of Cups as well, water sign energy, the Four of Coins. I see the Eight of Coins. Let me just cover it up with the card. I also see Cupid and Psyche, the awakening. Oh, what a beautiful couple. And then we have these messages from your person. Dishonesty. By lying, I ripped us apart. Whoa. Neglected. I failed to give you what you need. Oh my goodness, what happened here? And reciprocity. I want to have equal give and take. Oh my god. Okay, let me zoom out of this image a little bit so you get to see the cards. My goodness. Well, first of all, I feel like this person truly loves you. They have powerful feelings for you, okay? Really strong, thundersome feelings. But it's kind of a love-hate situation. A person that may not have told you just how deep their feelings were. A person who preferred stoicism, who kept their feelings really deep. They never told you how they feel. You basically had to guess, you know. But it was hard because I feel that often this person's face was like a mask, you know, hiding their deep emotionality. This person could be older than you. There could be an age gap. And I think it's because of their profession. You may be dealing here with somebody who's married to their work. Saturn ruled people usually are. I can tell you from experience. I'm a moon conjunct Saturn as well. So yeah, emotionally attached to work. But definitely a person that has all of their, you know, their proverbial SHIT together, right? So an individual that can be kind of fatherly, paternal, whether they are male or female, it doesn't matter. This is the energy that they exude. Power, maybe a Saturn in Scorpio as well, or a Saturn in Capricorn. An individual that has strong feelings for you, but they're buried deep, hidden depths kind of person, you know, slow burning, really, really hard to warm up, but once they do, it's hard to stop them. Yeah, a person that's been building their feelings for you in time. And what initially was just a spark, like a tinder spark, now it's like a forest fire. It feels like they tried to get over you. This person wanted to move away, walk away, back out, you know, but they cannot forget you. They cannot. You're haunting them. It's a very ghostly specter energy that I'm picking up here. A person that is continuously tuned in, plugged in to you, to your energy, to your body, to your vibes. This person regrets that they missed an opportunity with you. They are beating themselves up because they were afraid to take a step towards you and tell you how they feel. They were afraid of being rejected, and now they are regretful. They regret not being able to summon up the courage to tell you how they feel. Yeah, this person has very strong physical energy towards you. I'm sure that, you know, when they are alone in their bedroom, you know, they think of you in that way. This person is very tactile as well, very physical. They express love by hugging, holding, pulling close, kissing, touching, rubbing, massaging, all of those things, you know. It's like this person needs to touch you to feel that you're real. This person loves, or is, I'm not sure necessarily whether they love it, you know, but is really plugged into the real. They want some sort of proof that you exist, you know, proof that you are real. And I feel that this separation, this distance between the two of you is hurting them. It's hurting them deeply. Physically, they feel this pain. It's like, I want to touch you, but I can't. It's denied. And I feel that they're beating themselves down because they feel that they were the ones who messed up. It's because of their refusal, their lack of courage, that this connection failed. They would love to reconnect. They would love to come towards you with an offer. They would love to drink a glass with you, you know, kind of get tipsy with you and tell you how they feel. There is this new moon energy, right? Let's begin again. Let's have a fresh start. But they would like it if you were a little bit tipsy, because they are afraid of the sober reality of you and what you may tell them. Maybe you are gonna throw a fit, or you're gonna get angry, or you're gonna, you know, shout at them or criticize them for the way things went on between the two of you. So this person would appreciate it if there is some sort of relaxant that you take before you connect with them, because it would make them less jittery, less anxious about approaching you. And I think that they want to do the same. It's like, I want to see you, but I don't think I can see you without a drink, you know, like, because there are such heavy feelings that this person has to shoulder at the moment, and they are blaming themselves for them. I don't think this person blames you. I do think that they regret that you weren't a bit more pushy with them, that you didn't take the lead more in this connection, because it's kind of like this person feels like, why did you leave everything in my responsibility? Because I'm terrible with emotions. I'm terrible with love. I don't even know what struck me. Before I realized it, I had already pushed you away. So it's kind of like this person's love in the absence, in the distance, the space that was created between you and them. They realized just how strongly they love you. They weren't that aware when you were by their side, and it must have felt like they took you for granted. But in reality, I feel like this person kind of needed a pat on the back, or, you know, like some sort of rude awakening, so that they realized, wait, hang on a minute, I have feelings for this person. And it happens like this, you know. We each have individual emotional types. We feel things differently. You know, we each have different speeds, different rhythms. So sometimes people do realize that they love someone only after that person puts distance between the two of them, right? And it's this classic case here. Look, this person would love to just summon up the courage to come towards you, maybe even bringing you a bouquet of red roses, a cup of wine, and if you don't drink, just anything that could relax you, anything that can make you feel better and sweeter towards them. They would love a second chance. They want to put in the work. This is a hardworking individual. They would put the same amount of work in this connection as they would in their normal work. And as I said, this person loves to work. This person not only loves to work, but relies on work to define their identity. I know it's not a very healthy perception, but this person having earth in their chart, and I see here water as well, they're very plugged in. They're very connected to the source of their work as a meaning giver in their life. And of course, I feel like this person would be super happy to have a family and work, and they feel like they missed their opportunity to have a family with you. And I feel like this person, much like in the myth of Cupid and Psyche, which was a myth about love that was initially granted and given, but you know that if some of you are familiar with this myth, others of you may not be. Cupid basically fell in love with Psyche, but he was incredibly beautiful, and he told her that I can only lie down with you at nighttime, and you are not allowed to look at me directly when we are, you know, in bed together. And because Psyche kept hearing from friends and family and everybody just how gorgeous he is, she felt very curious, and she was kind of irritated that she couldn't see him. So one night she actually I forgot what it was, but I think another god gave her a torch, and she placed it next to his face and looked at him while he was sleeping. He woke up, he felt betrayed that she went across the only boundary he had given her, and he disappeared. And Psyche then had to go through a number of trials and tests and tribulations that were created by the goddess Venus Aphrodite, the mother of Cupid, in order to reach back to him, in order to get him to forgive her because of that boundary trespassing. But eventually they got there, and it is considered, because Psyche means in Greek the soul, it is considered that this is the soul's journey through all of the trials and tribulations and tests and limits to reach love, right? Cupid representing this romantic, erotic type of love. So anyway, that's the myth as briefly as I could describe it. And it does look like your relationship could be marked by these karmic tests and challenges. This person feels like they lied to you, they feel like they neglected you, and they continue to feel like there is still a chance, there is still hope, because they know that what they feel for you is true and honest and real. Now they know it, with the infamous benefit of hindsight, right? When you take some time to look back at the events that have happened in a connection and you realize, hang on a minute, I actually feel something for this person. Yeah, some of us need that. They need a review in order to understand their feelings. Yeah. You're dealing here with an individual that could be a little bit emotionally stunted, emotionally icy. I don't think it's through any fault of their own. It could have been some sort of weird childhood conditioning that got them to suppress their feelings. It may be because they had to do it in order to reach the top in their career, or to finally make it on the social ladder so that they earn well and that they escaped poverty or other harsh conditions in life. And it became a habit, you know? Controlling and repressing their feelings became a habit, and then you came along and they were like, what am I going to do with all these feelings all of a sudden? So yeah, I feel like you need to be patient a little bit with this person, but I'm here to let you know that this person is kind of like, I don't know if it gives you satisfaction or not, but this person is kind of really beating themselves down with regret. They really want a second chance. They really want to talk to you. They want to reconnect. Now they see how much they love you. Their strong physical desire towards you never went away. It is there. It is full-blown physical compatibility. And I feel like this person is just cannot forget you, doesn't want to forget you, yeah? Wants to put in the hard work, is a little bit jealous and possessive, yeah? Wants to kind of hold you and keep you only for themselves. And they are just, yeah, I'm just looking at right now at the awakening energy. Indeed, this is like a revelation. It's like this person woke up one morning and it's like, oh my God, how could I not see it? It was right in front of me. How can I be so foolish? So this person would like your forgiveness, and they want an equal give and take, yeah? Yeah. They want to give as much as they receive. They no longer want to shortchange you, and also they don't want to be taken advantage of. So you need to keep this in mind as well. They don't want to just be the one that gives all the time. It's going to be your turn to nourish this person as well at some point if you feel like it, yeah? Whoa, I'm gonna end it here. This was your reading, group 1. I really hope you have enjoyed it. Please take advantage of my half price July discount. It's a sale. You can book readings with me for half the price. You can book them now for another point in time if you don't want a reading at this point. But yeah, I'm just really excited to be able to give you this discount, and do take advantage of it. It ends midnight on the 31st of July. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye bye. Hi group 2, welcome to your reading. So this is for those of you that were drawn to the symbol of the cross. Okay, let me see if I can zoom it in a little bit so you can see it better. There we go. As you guys know, I'm Christian Orthodox. I'm not really a practicing Christian Orthodox necessarily, so this is a Christian Orthodox cross. But all this being said, I feel like, yeah, indeed, you may be dealing here with somebody who's quite religious, somebody who could be at least spiritual, has some sort of belief in a higher power if they are not religiously going to church each Sunday or to the temple or to the mosque and praying each day. There is an individual, this is somebody who's quite traditional, likes to know what they can rely upon, may have certain values such as I will never touch another person's body physically before marriage, you know what I mean? This could be an individual that takes a bit of a longer time to warm up. Could be somebody that needs to hold your hand for a couple of weeks or months before they kiss you. Is also somebody who may feel pulled in different directions, may struggle a little bit with progress and tradition, with living a life that is modern and having to submit to some sort of traditional rules that they cannot break. Okay, let's see. What do the cards have to say? So first of all, we have here, honor your individuality. Black Moon Lilith in Aquarius. Okay, definitely somebody who's trying to rebel against the status quo, but may also be incredibly attached to what they know. Now, I also see here the Spy Master, knowledge and distrust. And we see here the crow, a symbol of regeneration, but also revenge. We see the key. Okay. This person would tell you values. We have too many differences. Exactly what I was picking up on. Wow. Okay. Unworthy. You're a better person than I am. We also see here holding back. I should have expressed myself better. Okay, so you're dealing here with somebody with low self-esteem. This low self-esteem could be part of their religious upbringing. You know, some people are educated to be incredibly modest in the face of God, right? And maybe this person carried these values into their romantic connections. We see here Brunhilde. Whoa, okay. Princess of Wands. Fire sign energy. I also see here the 10 of Arrows. Ouch, this really hurts. We see Orpheus and Eurydice, sacrifice. We see the Ace of Coins. We have Peony, oh, my favorite flower. We see here health, focus on all parts to make the whole. Oh, so your person could be struggling with poor health at the moment. This may be also mental health, okay? We have adventures. And we have finally resolving conflict, love, empathy, compassion, understanding. How beautiful is this card? Okay, let me zoom out so you get to see the full spread. Okay, so some of you are in a connection with somebody of the same gender as you. Could be a feisty individual, an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius with some Aquarius in their chart, raised in a really traditional background, a really traditional culture with some very strong religious values, a person that is naturally very confident, creative, progressive, but they were reformed by their upbringing to be modest, to be a little bit self-deprecating. They had to submit to the will of the society that they were brought up in, and it kind of distorted their identity. They weren't prized or valued or loved in their family for who they really were. But I feel like you're dealing here with somebody who is constantly tried, punished maybe often in childhood for being too loud or for being too confident. And this person grew up kind of resenting or hating certain things that naturally were part of their identity, of their inner light. This person is trying to figure out who they are in the absence of the values that they were brought up in. They are understanding that some things related to their religious upbringing are wrong and they're just not working anymore in society, and they're having these kind of like awakening moments when they're understanding, wait, hang on a minute, families are not all good all the time. There are a lot of domestic violence issues. Religious people are not all necessarily to be trusted, and they're angelic. They could also abuse and use other people. You know, this person is seeing the other side right now. Maybe they were brought up in a very sheltered community as well, and now I feel that they traveled or they educated themselves, and they're seeing the other side. They're weighing things. In relation to you, I have to say that if you somehow cut contact with this person, they are still creating fake accounts online to try to see what you're up to. They find it very hard to let you go. They may have been the one that initiated a separation between the two of you. They may have ghosted you for fear of saying something rude to you or telling you bluntly the truth. They may have politely just backed away without having the courage to just say, look, this is it. This relationship is not for me. Some part of them felt intimidated by you, by your intelligence, your capacity to feel free to express who you are, to know, first of all, who you are. I feel like this is even more important. And it may have felt like a frustrating connection because this person was holding back from maybe even touching you or kissing you or telling you that they like you, that they want you. Again, I think it's connected to the repression that they may have been brought up in. But it's also part of this person's lack of individuality. It's kind of like they see you as being such an individual. They want you. They want to be like you. But at the same time, they resent that. It's kind of like you embody everything that they were taught to dislike, right? Maybe this person comes from a collective culture and you're very individualistic. You were brought up in a completely different economic system than they were, maybe. They see that you're succeeding in life. Maybe you're doing really well at work. And they are just, this contravenes what they were brought up to think. Let's say if this is a man, maybe they were brought up to think the man is the leader of the household, the man is the provider, and you are this incredibly independent person who earns a lot of money, is educated at a higher degree, and yeah, it's just completely the opposite of what this person was taught is a good partner, a good woman to have by his or her side, right? This person, because of this inner conflict, because at the moment I feel that they are living and working in a culture that is very different than what they are, than what they were brought up to see and to experience. They're having these contradictions that they're trying to work through and resolve. They may have certain unconscious behaviors. Some things that they may say or do in relation to you are things that they are not even aware of. So if you have certain memories of this person acting out or saying things that are like, what? This is weird. This is out of character. All of a sudden, I wouldn't expect you to do that. That was the force of their unconscious coming up, that you met their shadow. You interacted with this blind spot in them. They find you incredibly intelligent, but also they mistrust you. And for some reason, they feel betrayed. They feel backstabbed and betrayed. You may have shown yourself in society with somebody else, or you may post photos of you with other people. Maybe you just have a very healthy social life and you have both male and female friends, and you know, you're very talkative and you post photos of you with all of the people that you interact with. Maybe you have to post photos online with you and your business partners or clients, and I feel like this person is irked by that for some reason. We have here Orpheus and Eurydice, and the myth is, it's actually a really, really sad one. We see here number 12, the Hanged Man. Orpheus was one of the best singers in ancient Greece. His lyre would, it is said that when he was singing from his lyre, time would stop and all the animals will flock towards him, and the birds and the bees and everything in nature kind of stopped to marvel at the beauty of his music. And he fell in love with the nymph Eurydice, and unfortunately she died because I think she ate some brambles or something, some berries from a bush, or somebody poisoned her. The exact cause of her death is not something I can remember, unfortunately, but she died, and Hades, or Pluto, the god of the underworld, dragged her soul into the ground. And then Orpheus was left with the difficult task of having to descend into the underworld, or hell, and get her back. He wanted to resurrect her because he loved her so much, and he was incredibly sad. But not only that, he stopped playing music, so nature was suffering together with him. And when he arrived in the underworld, Persephone had to convince Pluto, her husband, to give Eurydice back to Orpheus, and he did so, but only under one condition, that when they walk out of the underworld, they were not supposed to look back. And Eurydice follows him, and Orpheus begins playing his lyre just to be able to get her to follow him. And unfortunately, she's curious about the world that she left behind, and she looks back and she turns into, in some stories it is said that she turned into stone, in others it is said that she turned into a block of sand. But basically he lost her again, so this is re-traumatizing. This is a double loss, an even worse loss, because you know that now nothing can be done. If in the past there was a hope, now it feels like nothing can be done. So this person may feel like there is an insurmountable value that is blocking the two of you from being together. But at the same time, because we're human beings, and what defines us and what we are at our core is love. At the core of our awareness, we are love. And I feel like this person still is in touch with this human part of themselves, and they really want to resolve the conflict. But their mind is playing tricks on them, and it's telling them, I cannot be with this person because we have too many differences. You're much better than me. You're going to leave me any moment. I feel betrayed and backstabbed by some of the words you said. I cannot trust you because you're far too intelligent. And even though this person is aware that they held back on you, they are just afraid that you're just going to walk away on them and have adventures with other people. And I feel like at the moment they want to just focus on work. I feel that there may be something here related to their wealth or their earning capacity. Maybe you out-earn them, and this is something that makes this person feel like they are not good for you, like they are not living up to their gender role or their expectations. This person is quite competitive, and for some reason I feel like they're bringing this competition into the connection, and that is what kills love in time. Competition and fear is what kills love, and unfortunately I feel that this person's ego is getting the best of them. This is why they're struggling with their health, especially their mental health. They need to put more effort into seeing you as a whole human being, not just a trophy or an ideal person. And they really need to take the glasses of their received knowledge, of their indoctrination, because this person was basically indoctrinated into a specific view of the world, and it just doesn't fit with them. In certain cases you can raise children in a specific religion or in a specific culture, and it really matches with their personality, and it's wonderful. They have no conflict. It's like, yeah, sure, I'm okay with everything I grew up absorbing. But for others, myself included, others of us, we are brought up in a traditional culture, but we are incredibly creative and progressive individuals who hate being blocked in or put into many categories. So there is this internal conflict that is created, and it's important to be aware of this conflict, because if not, it can get the best of you, and it can really mess up your unconscious energy. to the point where the shadow takes over. Oh, I do feel that there is hope. There is hope, okay? Yeah, I do feel that you guys can resolve the conflict, but this is a situation that requires time and patience. It's not like this overnight, yeah? Eventually, I think that it's this person's destiny in life to break free, and to create their own values, to take control of their own life. But until then, they're going to have these conflicting feelings towards you. Yeah. This is the reading that I had for you. If you would like to get a personal reading and figure out what's going on in your specific case, keep in mind I have a half-price sale going out throughout the entire month of July. It ends on midnight, 31st of July. You can book a love reading with me. I have a very popular love reading in which I can pull more cards and try to give you some clarity related to your relationship. But if this is where I leave you, then thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful rest of the day. And yeah, I feel that you know it in your heart what you need to do in this connection. Yeah, I was just a guide today for you. Take care. See you in my next one. Bye-bye. Hi, Group 3. Welcome to your reading. So this is for those of you that were drawn to the pumpkin charm. I feel like you're dealing with a person that is very red-blooded, very passionate individual, easy to anger, easy to calm down, quite exuberant, very warm individual. This could be a person that physically has kind of like a high temperature to their body, may have like rosy cheeks or kind of like reddish skin. A person that is very, what is the word for it? It's kind of like a sanguine individual, right? So somebody that heats up. A person that could also wear their heart on their sleeve and love. Okay, so let's see. Following these initial intuitive hits, let's see what the cards have to say related to your person's thoughts and feelings about you. So we begin with Black Moon, Lilith, and Aries. Yeah, there we go. We have lead your life. Maybe you're dealing with an Aries or a person that has placements in Aries, like their sun, their moon, their ascendant. We see here habits. I don't know if we will ever change. Okay, somebody who's struggling to change. Gossip. I'm afraid of what other people will think. That's interesting. Fire signs don't usually take to heart so much what other people think unless it's about their popularity. We have here regret. I wish this never happened. Oh, the plot thickens. I see here the Queen of Cups, Isolde. Water sign energy. I see here Dido and Aeneas, oppression. Oh goodness. So here, this is the Tower card. We're dealing here with a very, very sad love story. I see here Princess of Cups, Branwyn. Oh my goodness, and we see Tristan and Isolde, desire. Okay, the Chariot. Forget me not, remembrance, memories, and the past hold the key. Oh, this could be a childhood sweetheart for some of you. Healing chaos. I think these two words can aptly describe the love between the two of you. Yeah, okay. Speaking of this, we see here a confirmation. This is love. Don't forget me. This is love, but I carry regret. And I see here the runaway, secrets, running from problems. We see here the gilded cage whose door was opened. This reminds me of that scene at the beginning of The Birds by Alfred Hitchcock, in which Tippi Hedren is trying to buy lovebirds, right? And she's flirting with the character. I forgot his name, but yeah, you should watch the movie. I don't know why, but I really enjoy The Birds. It's one of my favorite movie by Hitchcock, and in spite of the fact that it is quite terrifying in parts, I do find it also incredibly romantic, and The Birds can be seen as a symbol of the act of falling in love with all its violence, unpredictability. Anyway, but maybe I'm seeing too much into it. Maybe you enjoy old movies. Maybe this person enjoys old movies. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you see the entire spread. there we go. First of all, I'm getting a couple of messages here. I'm reading for a large collective, but some of you were in love with this person when you were younger. You met again a couple of years later. You had maybe a fling, a passionate love affair. You maybe spent one passionate night together, and it kind of pulled you completely into this chaos, into this emotional turmoil. And the situation did not last, unfortunately, but you keep thinking about this person. It's like they keep haunting you. For others of you, I see the other scenario where you are crushing heavily on somebody who is already married or in a long-term commitment. And this person is kind of overwhelmed with contradictory feelings, like they're passionate for you, they feel like they're in control of their lives, but at the same time it's like, I cannot break my habitual relationship. What if people will talk and they will get me to separate from my current partner? I have regret that I have done something I should not have done. But I cannot forget you, and I feel attached to you. A person that feels caged by social circumstances in some way. We have here 2 love stories as well, so I'm kind of getting this energy of duality. Some of you are definitely in a same-gendered kind of connection. You're in love with somebody who I feel for most of you was your best friend growing up, and then you figured out you have more passionate feelings towards this person later on. But you may both be in connections with other people. This could be the classic case of 2 people finding out that they are in love, but they are married in heterosexual connections when in reality they're gay or they're lesbian. So I see here 2 people pining for one another, highly compatible individuals. We see here water, water. It can be the signs of Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. We have here confirmation for Cancer. With the Tower card, we have Mars. So definitely Aries energy is very prevalent. Cancerian energy is very prevalent. You could be a fire sign in love with a water sign, or married. One of you could be a water sign married to a fire sign and in love with a water sign. Poof, this is complicated. I feel like I'm reading on many different threads. What is going on here? More than one person is involved in this, I can tell you for sure. And the feeling of being blocked or trapped is very clear. This person's energy brings a lot of transformation in your life. They could come in and out of your life. Yeah, they could have this in and out Uranus kind of vibe. It's like when you are together, it's like you share these incredibly electrically charged moments, right? It's like, oh, it feels overwhelming and consuming, and it's like you feel like you're gonna die in that moment. That person is so intense and amazing. But then this coupling is followed by long stretches of time when nothing happens and you feel like the connection has reached an end, and then surprise, this person appears in your life again, right? Like a tornado. You know that it may happen on a territory, but you never expect that you will come face to face with one, and if you do, well, it can kill you, right? So I'm getting very strong energies here. Erratic energies, intense energy, Pluto-Uranus vibes, maybe some Jupiter thrown in the mix, emotional exaggeration. The story of Dido and Aeneas is really sad because Aeneas was an adventurer. He came to the island. He fell in love with Dido, who was a princess. They had children together. She was madly in love with him, and then he abandoned her. I think he went to war, or he was summoned by another king to come and fight with him, or he abandoned her actually for another woman, if I'm not mistaken. And she basically went mad because she loved him so much and she couldn't take the separation, and she unalived herself together with her children. It's a very sad, desperate story. And the thing here with the Tristan and Isolde, this is the story of the Nibelungen ring. I think that you guys may be familiar with it. It's a really famous story. It's considered to be one of the first romantic stories in Europe. again, there are two characters that are kind of pulled apart by other people, by the relationships with other people in their life. We have Isolde here twice, so Isolde could genuinely be a character that you tend to identify with. If I'm not mistaken, in the story, she got married to another king, even though she was in love with Tristan, and they had to go through a lot of like challenges and tests, and I think Tristan was also courted by another woman. It was a mess, but in the end they did connect with each other. So after many trials and tribulations, after trying connections with other people, it's like you find your way back to each other. But I think you guys are not yet there. I think this may come at a later point in your life. Maybe 5 or 10 more years need to pass. It's kind of like this intense love story that could actually simmer down and become more peaceful around retirement age, you know. And that's when the really beautiful romantic part is going to begin for you guys. But while you are young, it's like there's a lot of karma, there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of transformation and electricity. This person definitely regrets having spent time with you, but I don't feel that this is their final word on it. I feel like this is just kind of like a pattern. They may have started a connection with you because it was a habit for them to cheat or to lie to their current partner, and then they fell in love with you. And the initial regret that they felt at having cheated on their partner turned into deep love and affection for you. They're seeking a way out, but they're not completely out of this. I feel that for this pile, I'm going to pull more cards. Honestly, this is an unfinished story. Let's see. What is going on here? Could you help us? Balance. I would say a lack thereof, better said. It's like you guys need to find a way to balance this connection, reframe. And I think move out of a house. I see a house here in the distance. And approve. Okay, one of you really hates themselves. One of you has such a deep wound related to their identity that it's impossible for them to receive love. They're going through these conflicting feelings because their heart and their mind are like in a constant with each other, you know, they're wrestling. It's not just an internal conflict, it's an internal war, it's a battlefield. And I feel like time needs to pass for this person to integrate life experiences. Approve. It's kind of like this energy needs to be somehow given the green light by the divine to stabilize itself. It will take a couple of planetary transits and cycles before the energy can calm down between the two of you. This is clearly a heads up for those of you in a twin flame connection. If you feel like you're in a twin flame connection, this is 100% confirmation of this. With the runaway here, you know, the classic chaser and runner dynamics. With the fact that you know that this is true love, but at the same time it's a chaos that heals you. Every time you come in contact with this person, you suffer, but at the same time you also heal. So you're a little bit confused. It's like, what is this? Is this pleasure? Is this pain? It's kind of like everything thrown in the bag. But to a certain extent, this experience tenderizes you. It makes you softer. And even though you guys need to fight with intense desire for one another, but intense oppression from the conditions of your life, I feel that eventually you will find the way towards each other to water one another, to live out this love in a calm and peaceful way. It's just one of you needs to reach this full circle and to understand, hey, I am worthy of love. I can give and receive love. There's nothing wrong with me. I feel like your person could also be caught up in impulsive reactions, addictions, habits of the mind. Definitely. There's self-destruction, right? We have destruction on the table. Wow. It's like a whirlwind. I feel like the way I'm reading this is also like shoo, shoo, like the energy of a whirlwind. But like the attraction between the two of you is undeniable. I feel like you send each other this very strong erotic energy. You chose the pumpkin, and if you know, there's an ingredient in the pumpkin, in pumpkins in general, that if you eat pumpkin, after a while, it tends to really kind of stir up your libido. It has a similar effect to ginger, for example. So ginger and pumpkin are used in natural remedy cures against impotence, right? So it's about awakening that sacral chakra energy. It's about deeply, deeply feeling sexually blended with this person. But it's not enough. It's not enough. It's like you can't just build a connection on the physical attraction solely. Like, that you're fated. That you're meant to be. It's just the process is like you guys met far too early, and now you have to go through this entire process of development and transformation with your person. So what do they feel for you? They're confused as F. They do not want to forget you. They're in love with you, but they cannot break out of their habits. They want to take control of their life, but they feel like everything is in a state of chaos. There's a lot of limits and blocks that they come up against, but at the same time, they hold a candle in their hearts for you. They have to find a way to approve of themselves, to approve of their feelings. They think that their emotions are somehow tainted, dirty, messy, that there's something wrong with them. This person could be suffering from a guilt complex. And they are only reinforcing it by choosing to stay in a long-term commitment with somebody that they don't love and they keep cheating on. And it just so happened that in some cases, for those of you out there, they cheated on their partner with you, but you are their true love, right? So this is complex. Oh my goodness. If you would like a personal reading, please do get in touch with me. I'll be so happy to help you. Take advantage of the half price July discount that I have. It's running all the way up until the 31st of July at midnight. I would love to look into your specific case and tell you for sure what is going on here, because it's a bit chaotic as I'm reading for many different people out there. We are a large collective here on the Spiritual Social, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm so blessed to have you guys. But yeah, I hope this wasn't confusing. It was a little bit all over the place, like the tornado card here, but I think it's very accurate to the energies between the two of you. So thank you so much for listening. Please take care of yourself and of this, may you heal your heart. May you heal your heart in this connection. Bye, group 3. Hi, group 4. Welcome to your reading. So this is for those of you that were drawn to the angel girl with hearts on her dress. This is my favorite object as well, my favorite charm. So I think this could be my pile as well. I don't know. I like to play along with you guys as well. I like to just include myself in these readings, not to give you the impression that I'm somewhere remote and above and I know everything. No, guys, I'm in the same spiritual journey as you all, and I think this is beautiful. I think this is what makes this collective so strong, the fact that we're equal. Okay, all this being said, wow, very powerful statement of equality. You could be dealing with somebody who maybe is an Aquarius, or you may have some Aquarius energy in your chart. I am reminded of the angel that you see in the corner of the World card in the Major Arcana. The angel represents the fixed air sign of Aquarius, because there is the lion, the head of the bull, the head of the eagle, which represents the higher vibration of Scorpio, and the angel that represents Aquarius, and also heavens, Uranus. You could be in a connection that is strongly influenced by the transit of Uranus. It may be disruptive, it may be shocking, spontaneous, and electrifying. We will see. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say. Oh, wow. Okay, Jupiter, expansion, prosperity, and growth. You could be dealing here with the Sagittarius, okay, or you may have Sagittarius energy in your chart. We have here reminiscing. I miss our inside jokes. Oh my goodness. There is already such beautiful energy. We have here chemistry. I have never found a passion this intense. Sorry, I have never felt a passion this intense. Okay. Whoa, soul contract. The lessons I learned from us will never be forgotten. So you left a really powerful impact in this person's life. Let's see. We also have here Danae, Princess of Coins. We also see here the 10 of Wands. Osiris and Isis, one of my favorite love stories. And we see here love, so the lovers. And then we see here the King of Arrows, Adonis. Adonis being one of the most beautiful men in Greek mythology. We have here freedom. Okay, and to me birds also represent incoming messages. Maybe you'll hear something. And then we also have here worthiness. Okay, this connection has been, I feel, for both of you, not just for you or for your partner, has been a test of worthiness, of knowing your self-worth, loving yourself. The Kala lily, rejuvenation, reawaken and then stand stronger. And it's interesting because Kala lilies in my families are associated with death. So it's fascinating because we're dealing here with death and rebirth. Something that died and then is coming back to life again. Oh, okay. And then we have the Sentinel, determination and certainty, Amor Fati. Well, sentinels, from my viewpoint, in my understanding, can be emissaries. They could be emissaries of the dark when you're dealing with a dark sentinel, but they could also be light bringers, right? Energies that exist around us to shift and influence us. That's basically what a sentinel is. And they are especially potent when you are nearing a stage in your spiritual development where you are about to meet the guardian of a threshold. The guardian of a threshold being a concept that Rudolf Steiner invented to describe a person whose energy is blocking your access to the next stage of your spiritual development, and only if you appease that person's energy by using your intelligence, by overcoming karma, can you pass. It's kind of like the Sphinx, right? You had to guess the riddle of the Sphinx in order to pass. If not, the Sphinx would eat you up. So, whoa, it could be that you share a past life with this person somewhere in Egypt. You both could be solar beings. You both could literally need a lot of light. You may love to put your face outside in the sun. You may love summer. You may love light in general, you know, constantly needing to leave the door open or the window open, putting a lot of light sources around you, even in the midst of winter. Your person's energy for you right now is incredibly nostalgic. I feel like they want to make a comeback. They're trying to grow and expand and learn from this experience. If you feel like you had a kind of disappointing interaction with them, if you feel like it led to nothing, you are wrong. I'm here to let you know that this person is genuinely learning from this contract. The chemistry is still there. They haven't forgotten how you feel, how you taste, how you smell. If there was any deep intimacy established between the two of you, it touched this person on a deep level, like this person's heart kind of like was resuscitated around you. I see here like the desire to want to grow old together, right? When I look at this card, I love it so much because it's kind of like, let's retire together, baby, you know? Let me just see if I can bring it closer and more clear. Yeah, okay, there we go. Right? So it's about accepting each other exactly for who you are, warts and all, you know, all the flaws, but all the qualities as well. And there's a lot of humor. You don't see this so often in love readings, but there's a lot of humor between the two of you. I think that you either had some inside jokes or you were taking out of the piss on each other, you know, like you were being a little bit mean or rude with one another, but it was part of the way that you were teasing each other. This person is trying to find inner strength right now. I don't know why exactly they may need inner strength. It could be that they have to change the conditions in their life at the moment. I do see here a Princess of Coins. This could be a child. I see here a feminine energy, so maybe a daughter, earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Princess of Coins could also be, I feel like your person is developing more sensitivity in terms of how they use money and the things that they value and what they want to spend their money on. The Ten of Staves, carrying a lot of burdens. This person feels responsible for whatever went wrong in your connection, but they are deeply in love with you. They are deeply in love with you. It's like by coming in contact with them, you help them burn a part of their karma, and you help them and also kind of figure out that they are worthy of more, that they can do more. Sorry, I'm just noticing that you're not seeing all of the cards, even though I'm using... Yeah, there we go. I feel like this person had a glow up from the last time you saw them. Maybe they thought of themselves as looking average or meh, kind of bland. But in the meantime, if you guys went through the separation, which I'm sure that you guys are right now separated or in no contact for a while now, it's like this person is trying to conjure you up or being pulled by you. There is the transit of Jupiter currently in the sign of Gemini, someplace in a magical spot in your chart. For example, I have it at the moment in the 8th house, which is the house of the occult and magic. Maybe you have it as well there, or it is conjunct Venus, or it is on the midheaven, or it is conjunct Pluto, and maybe you have Pluto there in the 6th house. Although you would need to be 150 years old in order to do that. But yeah, if you're a member of the Pluto and Gemini generation, you know, it's kind of like you need to exist in a museum by now. No, I'm joking, of course. But very strong vibes here in terms of magic, witchcraft, the occult, sending each other intense erotic energy in dreams and feeling each other, you know, feeling each other's growth spurts. As soon as one of you progresses to the next spiritual level, it's like you intensely feel this person and you feel like very warm, or you feel incredibly aroused and you don't know why, and you feel very creative, or you're all of a sudden attracting a lot of money or attracting a lot of compliments and like good luck, and you're like, what's going on, you know? Like, it's the fact that your counterpart has reached the next spiritual level, and it's kind of pulling your energy upwards as well. So you're both kind of growing. You're doing a lot of deep inner growth. You're both highly spiritual people on a mission to accomplish a lot of spiritual tasks. I feel that both of you love your freedom. Your person really loves their freedom, but I think that they're realizing in this period that you can have so much more if you join forces with other people. You don't have to struggle and go at it all alone. As in the myth of Isis and Osiris, this is about the hard work you have been doing. If you identify with the feminine principle, you may identify with the energy of Isis, who is considered to be the Egyptian goddess of magic, sex, and rebirth. She was really in love with Osiris, her husband, but Osiris had a brother who was chaotic and vengeful, Set, and in one of their arguments, Set completely destroyed Osiris with his wrath and chopped him into bits and spread him throughout Egypt, throughout the desert. And Isis, together with the wife of Set, they went in the cover of the night to try to find the missing limbs of Osiris. And she went around Egypt and the desert and she found bits of him. And then she went home to put him back together, but she needed to kind of bring him back to life, so she made love to him, and through this way it's kind of like she gave a little bit of her soul energy and of her life breath to him and brought him back up to life. When Osiris was rejuvenated, he came back and he had the color green on his skin to represent the fertile waters of the Nile, who was this immense water body that gives life to Egypt in one of the driest parts in the world. So it's kind of like, not only is this about rebirth, but it's about coming back even more fertile and even stronger, and as a symbol of whatever I touch grows. Things grow around me. And I think that you may have this powerful gift, group 4, whichever gender you identify. You could be male or female, but you tend to have this healing touch. You tend to calm down energies. You tend to make things grow. You tend to stabilize chaotic energies, chaotic emotions, people that are at the grip of really contradictory energies. And I think that whatever inner work you have been doing in the absence of this person, you're kind of inspiring your person from a distance to feel this rejuvenation inside of them. Your deep inner work is making your person go through a glow up. You guys are so connected. It's almost like there's this umbilical thread connecting you. And if you pour energy and life and love into this umbilical cord, it touches your person. And the same, whatever your person kind of ingests or goes through, it feels is kind of affecting you as well. So if you feel overwhelmed by intense fears, if you feel like you're falling into certain addictions, or you feel incredibly negative and it just comes all over you, it may be that your person is struggling, and it's sending this energy through this unseen thread that connects you, through this imaginary umbilical cord of energy, right? This is especially powerful if you happen to have a physical contact with your person. If you happen to make love and exchange energies, you are so linked right now, and it's hard to break this bond because you're fated lovers. So I see that your person is also going through some financial hardships, but they are overcoming them. Your person is taking on more and more responsibilities at work, trying to create a formal sense of material stability. It's kind of like they're building a nest so that they may welcome you in. They know that the soul contract is yet unfinished. It hasn't been completely signed and sealed, and they're incredibly nostalgic. They keep thinking about everything that they can still remember about this connection. Jupiter is bringing the sense of optimism and positivity. If they were only focusing in the past on the negative memories, now they're focusing on the positive ones. It's like they're starting to feel like, oh God, I miss group 4. I miss group 4. And I remember how much fun I had with group 4. And it's kind of like their heart is being reawakened, which is not a coincidence because I am filming this reading closer to the Lionsgate portal. It's coming up in about a week and a couple of days. That's the reset, the heart reset moment of the year, the Lionsgate portal on the 8th of August each year. We all get a second chance in our hearts to love again, to express love, to be more affectionate, to love ourselves as well. Expect some good news from this person. You may just receive a random message when you least expect it, related to how worthy this person feels that you are of them and they are of you. You taught them so much about self-love and self-acceptance. And I feel like they want to protect you as well with the Sentinel here. The age 35 could be significant for some of you out there. Wow, okay, group 4, what a powerful reading. I really hope you have enjoyed it. I loved it. I'm happy I played along with you. It's made me feel really good. If you want me to get more in touch with your specific relationship, keep in mind this is a personal reading. Book a reading with me. You can get it half the price at the moment until midnight, the 31st of July. I have a special half price July sale, so please take advantage. I am a little bit swamped with a lot of orders at the moment, but write me an email and we can organize something, okay? Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful rest of your day and see you in my next one. Bye.